ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಜಾವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ನ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಂತಿದೆ. Write a menu driven program to accept a number and reverse and find sum of individual digits. Next one, to generate n Fibonacci number. So in this question, we are supposed to write a menu-driven program. So we must have a menu that says if you press 1, you will have the reverse and some of the individual digit. And if you press 2, you will get the Fibonacci series. So let's proceed with the program. I'm going to go to the NetBeans and I'm going to click on the file and new project. Here I'm going to select Java application. Under Java application, I'm going to click next. And here I'm going to give the project name as reverse and Fibonacci. Okay. Let me click finish to complete the program. Now, in this program, what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to get a menu-driven program that's going to accept the user for two choices. One is to reverse and find the individual digit, and the next one is to find the Fibonacci series. So I'm going to go over here and just paste it just for my reference. So let's first generate the menu. So in order to generate the menu, I'm going to go here and I'm going to use the system.out and I'm going to just print the dash over here. Okay. And again, I'm going to go over here and generate a small space I will provide. I'm going to say main menu. Okay, I can increase it. I will make it beautiful slightly later. And let me put one more print line. And this is how it's going to look like. After this, I'm supposed to give the two choices. I will put here and I'm going to say, please, I'm going to say, first one, that is reverse the number, this part. So I'm going to just type that thing. And next one, I'm going to say, if you press number 2, you're going to generate a Fibonacci number. This is what I'm going to say, okay, these two. And finally, I will also say that if you press 3, exit this program. Exit the program. After this, I will say yes out. And I'm going to put some dashes here. Let me put up to here. Also, I will say yes out. Please enter your choice. For this, I want it to come in a single line. So I'm going to just say print. You know the difference between print and print line. Print line will print it and then add a carriage return, a new line field, so that it goes to the next line. Here I just want it to be on the same line. So I will make it slightly beautiful so that it really looks a bit pleasing. This is how it's going to look like. Let's run it and let's see how this is going to work. So if I try to run this program, you will notice that this is how the menu will appear. So you will notice here main menu will come and you're going to get an option main menu reverse the sum of individual and so on and so forth. So here I have to accept the choice from the user. So how do I accept the choice? I'm going to store that choice in an integer variable. So I'll go up and say int choice and I will initialize it as 3. Now you know very well 3 means exit the program. So how do we accept the input from the user? And we know very well we have a utility called as scanner. There is a built-in class called as a scanner. I'll initialize that scanner. In is equal to new scanner. It's going to take system dot in as its string. What you're doing is you're going to say that I'm going to get it from the system.in, the default input, which is nothing but your keyboard, and I'm going to put it here. Now, how do I read that? Let me go over here. My choice is in. What is in? By the way, in is a variable, you know very well. If choice is a variable of type integer, in is a variable of type scanner. Now, what does this scanner will do? This is a class that helps us to get the input. So in is a variable. So how choice is a variable, in is also a variable. So I'm going to go to this in, which I've written over here, and I'm going to say, give me the next integer that is typed in the keyboard. So you notice next is there. So how do I write that thing? So I'm going to say next int. Give me the next integer. So this is as simple as that. So here what I'm going to do is I'm accepting a integer from the standard input, which is your keyboard, and then I'm going to just store it in choice. As simple as that. Let me run it and let's see what is the output. I will just maximize it. So we get this reverse 1 for reverse a number, 2 to generate Fibonacci series, 3 to exit. And if I type 1, what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to produce the sum of individual digits, reverse and produce the sum of individual digits, and show the result. So let me do that thing. How do I do that thing? So I'm going to use the switch statement. Let me say switch. Switch on the choices that we have. So what are the possibilities are there? So the first case, case 1, I'm supposed to do something and I'm going to break. In the same way, case 2, I'm supposed to do something and break. Yes. Case 3, I'm supposed to exit the program. So I'm going to just write a exiting. Okay. And we know that we have, let me put it properly, we have default. Now default is if you type anything and everything. So we are, look at here, we are giving 3 choices here. So if you type 1, we are going to reverse the number. If you type 2, we are going to generate the Fibonacci number. If it is 3, we are going to exit the program. If you type any other number, so what I am supposed to do? I am supposed to say, please enter a valid number. Let me run this and see. So I will run this program again and let's see the output. So you notice here, if I type 3, how is it going to appear? It's going to appear like this. Okay. Oh, I think I missed a break statement there, and it's going to come. Please enter a valid number. It should not have come. So I just missed something very important over here. And what's that? That is a break statement. I need to break that thing. Let me correct it and then run it. Now, when I run it, how is it going to appear? Let me write the 3 here. So it just say exiting program. Well and good. If you run it one more time, and if you say 5, then what it is going to say? Please enter a valid number. That's correct, is it not? So I want the answer. I want one gap here. After this, you notice that it is coming directly after this. So I'm going to just put after this. I'm going to just put two lines here. The line break over here, so that it's going to come in the next line. So how do I do that thing? So you notice here, I'm typing. Please enter your choice. So let's look at the output there. Please enter your choice. Please enter your choice. After this, I want two lines, blank lines, so that the answer will come slightly down. So how do I do that thing? I'm going to go here. After this, I'm going to say yes out. One blank line. You can do yes out and slash in two times. So can I do this? Slash n and slash n. Two will be there. Okay. So let's see how is it going to appear. Let's run it and let's see the output. So look at here, how is it going to appear? So if I type 5 here, so look at it. So it is going to give me two line breaks over here. One line break is because of this. Notice here, one line break is because of this. The other line is because of that println. Println will produce one line break. The slash n will produce one more. So altogether, I'm going to get this one. Now let's concentrate on reverse and sum of individual digits. How do I get the reverse of a number? Let's start calculating this and let's see whether we can generate it. Suppose if you are given a number 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the reverse of it? Reverse of it is, you know, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. What did you do to get the reverse of a number? To get the reverse of a number, 4 was shifted first and 3 next, 2 next, and finally 1 at the end. So you just interchange the number. Let's start with the same thing. Let me start with the number again. So I'm going to go with the number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to somehow get this 4 first. Somehow I have to get this 4. How do I get 4 from the 1, 2, 3, 4? You know very well 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do the modulo division, if you divide it by 10, what will be the answer? If you divide any number by 10, this what will be the 123.4. But in the modulo division, what is going to happen? It's going to give the remainder, that is 4. So it's going to give me that. So you know very well what is 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the meaning of that? You know very well that this is 1, 2, 3, 0. Okay, 1230 plus 4. Okay, if you divide this whole number by 10, so 10 goes perfectly in this one. 1002 divides. What is the remainder? Remainder is 4, and that is what I am going to get it. With this, I am going to get the remainder. If I say 1, 2, 3, 4 mod 10, I am going to get the result as 4. So I got this 4. Now I have to get it here. Okay. After that, what is that I'm supposed to do? I got this 4. I have to get rid of this 4. How do I get rid of this 4? You know very well. 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by, this is an integer divided by 10. What is the answer? You know again. You know what is the answer of this? Answer of this is 1, 2, 3 dot 4. What is the integer part of it? Integer part is without the fraction. Integer is 123. So what's the next thing I am supposed to do? I am supposed to do next is you take the same number 1, 2, 3, 4 divided it by 10. So what you are going to get now? 1, 2, 3. Why not 4? Because it's an integer part. You are just taking the integer part. Now let's look at the 123. From 123, how do I get the 3 out? 1, 2, 3 mod 10. What is the answer? So what is 123? By the way, what is 123? If you know very well, 123 is nothing but 1, 2, 3 is nothing but 120 plus 3. If you divide this whole thing by 10, what is the answer? 10 goes perfectly in 120. What is the remainder? 3. And that's what you are going to get over here. So you get 3. Once you get 3, you have to get rid of 3. How do I get rid of 3? You know very well. You take this 1, 2, 3, integer division 10. What is the answer you are going to get? You are going to get 1, 2 dot 3. Okay, so what is the integer of it? Integer value without the fraction. What is the integer value? So you get 12. So what's the next number you are going to get? Next number you are going to get is 12. How do you get 2 out of this? Mod 10. So if you do mod 10, 2, you are going to get it back. Again, 12 divided by 10. What is the answer you are going to get? Remainder will be, so the remainder will be 1. So again take this 1. 1 mod 10. What is the answer? 10 does not go in 1. What is the remainder? Remainder is 1. 1 divided by 10. What is the answer? What is the answer? 10 does not go in 1. So you put a dot and make it as a 10. So 10 goes 1 time. What is the integer out of it? Integer out of it is okay, 0. So you notice that you started with what was the original number? By the way, what was the original number? You started with 1, 2, 3, 4, and you went on removing one piece at a time. So you went on with the, you went on removing this 4, removing this 3, removing this 2, 1, and you finally ended up until you get 0. So you have to repeat this until you get the 0. So let's do that thing. We are supposed to repeat something until the number becomes a 0. Now we need a number after all. So how do I get that? Let me go over here at the top and let me call this number as n. And what else I am supposed to do? I am supposed to find the sum. So let me put a variable here, sum. Also, what else I am supposed to do? I am supposed to get the reverse. I will call this as a reverse. Okay, so these many. I'm going to initialize both of them as 0. so that I know what is the initial value. Otherwise, I really don't know what is the initial value, so I'll get confused. So let me first accept the n here. So n could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 on anything. So let me accept that n. How do I accept this n? Let me make a polite request. Yes, enter a number. I'm going to do that thing. If you want, I can make it as print so that it won't go to the next line. Okay. Then let me accept n. How do I accept n? How did you accept the choice? In dot next. Okay, so same thing I'm going to say in dot next integer. So you got the number. What you are supposed to do? So if suppose say here, if you had put the number as, suppose if you had put here 1 2 3 4, so if you type 1 2 3 4, what will happen? That 1 2 3 4 will be stored in n. And what is that you are supposed to do? You are supposed to break this 1 2 3 4 until this 1 2 3 4 becomes 0. So until it becomes 0, you are supposed to do something. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So I'm going to say while the number is greater than 0. As long as the number is greater than 0, we are supposed to do few things. What are the few things that we are supposed to do? We are supposed to, we were given the number 1, 2, 3, 4. We are supposed to get the last digit out. So how do I get that last digit? Let me store that last digit in a variable. So I'm going to go over at the top and I'm going to say there is a digit. We are supposed to get the digit out of that 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you have this 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get this last digit 4 out of that 1, 2, 3, 4. So how do I do that thing? You know very well. So this digit, how to get the digit? N is this number. So where I am typing 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you have this n here, suppose if you have typed at this point, if you had typed 1 2 3 4, so this 1 2 3 4 is stored in n now. So you have to take n is 1 2 3 4, and what is that you are supposed to say? Mod 10. That's what you are supposed to do it here. So let's do that thing. So it is not something great that we are doing. So we just divide it by, and you get that thing. In the same way, you have to reduce that number. How do I reduce the number? Take the number, do an integer division. What is this I have done, by the way? So let's recall what you did. So let's go ahead and let's recall what you did. So you took this number. What was the number that you took? You took 1, 2, 3, 4, and you divided it modular division by 10. What is it going to give you? It's going to give you, what is the answer it's going to give you? It's going to give you the answer, yes, 4. Okay. In the same way, if you take this 1, 2, 3, 4, integer division 10. What's the meaning of saying integer division 10? When you divide 1, 2, 3, 4 by 10, what you are going to get? You are going to get 1, 2, 3 dot 4. But we want the integer part of it. Integer part of it means we don't want the fraction. So we remove the fraction. What we get is 1, 2, 3. That's what we are doing. So here we are dividing. So here we are dividing by, we are doing the first, we are doing the modulo division, then we are doing dividing it by 10 for getting the integer value out of it. So we have to keep on doing it. Now you know very well we are supposed to find the sum. Let's start with the same old story of the, let me go back. Okay, let me start with the same old story of 1 2 3 4. So you had this 1 2 3 4. Okay, when you divide by 10, what you are supposed to get? You are supposed to get this 4. Here you are asked to find this sum. So you got the 4. Next time what we are supposed to get? 3. So get that 3. Next time 2. Get 1 1 at a time. Next time you get 2, and finally you get the 1. So once you get 1 1 digit, so what you are doing here, you are getting 1 1 digit. Once you get one digit, sum it. So as simple as that. So let me do that thing. Let me sum that thing. So I'm going to go here. So you got one digit here. So you got one digit here. I'm going to sum this thing. So sum is equal to sum plus digit. Okay. Next thing, what is that I am supposed to do? I am supposed to reverse a number. You know very well how to reverse a number. Okay. Let's see how do you reverse a number. Let's start with a number. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to take the same old number. What was that number that we were using? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get this 4. Okay, so 4 is in the unit place. You see this 4 is in unit place. But if you reverse this, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where is 4? 4 is in thousands place. So look at this. This is unit 10, 100, 1000. So 4 is in the unit place. You have to get it to the thousand place. How do you do that? So get 4. Suppose if you have only two numbers here, 34. What you have to do? Get 4 first. So you get this 4. Okay. So let me start it with the simple numbers. Let me start with the 34 first. 34. How do you reverse this one? So you have to get 4 in the 10th place and 3 in the unit place. So what is this at the after what is this? This is 30 plus 4. Why did I write 30? 30 is because it is in the 10th place. What is 4? 4 is in the unit place. Okay. If you reverse this, you know very well, you are supposed to get 43. So what is 43? 43 is 40 plus 3. So what is 40? Why did I wrote 40? 40 because it is in the 10th place. Yes. And 3 is in the unit place. So let's look at this one. Suppose if you extract 4 from this, suppose if you take 4 from here, yes, so if you take 4 from here, what are you going to do? If you take 4 from 34, let me write it one more time for you. So if you take 34 was there, if you take 4 from here, yes, let me go here and let's say if you take 4, how do you take 4? You know very well, if you mod divide, you are going to get 4. So if you take 4, next time you are going to get the next number. What is that next number? 3. Okay. First you get this 4. So first you get this 4 using this equation. Yes. Next time you are going to get 3. Now, if you can't directly add it. If you add 4 and 3, it's going to be 7. 4 plus 3 will be 7. But I want to make this as 40. So what is that I am supposed to do? I am supposed to, yes, I am supposed to do something here. What is that I am supposed to do? I am supposed to multiply it with 10. So if I multiply it with the 10, what is that I am going to get? So this is 40. Yes, plus 3. So what will be the answer? 43. So the answer will be 43. This is what I am supposed to do it. Okay, so in other words, if you get a number, if you get one number from here, multiply it with the 10, add the next number. Okay, so how do you get the reverse now? How to get the reverse? So reverse is nothing but get a digit. Okay, get a digit. Yes, multiply it with 10. That's what you are supposed to do it. Okay. So get a digit, multiply it with the 10. 40, you multiply it with the 10. Next time what you are supposed to do? Yes, let's look at this again in slightly more complication. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take 2, 3, 4. So what is the reverse of it? Reverse of it is first get this 4. So first get this 4. So and then next get this 3. But what is that you are supposed to do? You are supposed to multiply it with 10. 4 into 10. Then get the 3. So what you get? Plus 3. What is the answer? 40 plus 3 will be 43. So you get this answer. 43 for these two. Next, what you are supposed to do? Get this 2. Get this 2. Okay. But what is the answer? This has to be now 430. So you got this 443, which was the previous answer. Multiply it with the 10. Yes. Plus the next digit. What is the next digit? This. So 43 into 10. What is 43 into 10? 430 plus 2. What is the answer? 432. Now let's do it for the last one. What was the last one we had? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the first thing you are doing? Take this 4. Take this 4. Multiply it with the, where is that 4 1? 4. Multiply it with the 10. So it's going to become 40. Add the 3. So 4 multiply it with the 10, add 3. What is the answer you are going to get? You are going to get 43. Next time take this 43, multiply it with the 10. What is the answer? 430. Yes, plus take the next number. What is the next number? 2. So take the next number 2. So it is 430. 43 into 10, 430 plus 2. What is the answer? It's going to be 432. Next time what you do, you take this 432, multiply it with the 10. So what will be the answer? 4,320. Okay, 432 into 10 is 4,320. Plus take the last number. What is the last number? Plus 1. So what is the answer of this? What will be the answer of this? 4,320 plus 1. What will be the answer? 4,320 plus 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, which is the reverse of 1, 2, 3, 4. So in general, what we are supposed to do? You get the partial reverse numbers here. If you notice here, this is partially reverse. Okay, this you take the first number, partially it is getting reverse. You see, it is getting reversed in stages. So you get the partial reverse number. What is the partial reverse number? Reverse. Now let me take this as a reverse number. Multiply it with the 10. And for this, you add the digit. As simple as that. Okay. Will it work? Suppose if you take the number 4. Let me take the number 4 now. Just to take the number 4. One number alone. Initially, if you notice here, if you just notice here, I took the reverse. I'm talking about this place. I took the reverse as 0. So reverse is 0 initially. Multiply it with the 10. 0 into anything is 0. You know very well. Okay. Add the digit. Just now you got. What is the just now digit you got? 4. So what will be the answer? Okay. 0 into 10 is 0. The answer will be 4 itself. Okay, so you got it. Get the second number. What's the second number? 3. So you take, this is a partial reverse now. Take 4 now. multiply it with 10. What is the answer? 40. The next digit is 3. Take that 3 here. So 40 plus 3, what will be the answer? 40 plus 3 will be, what will be the answer? 43. Okay, take this number 43, take this 43, which is partial answer, multiply it with the 10, 430. Take the next digit. What is the next digit? 2. 2 is the next digit, plus 2. What will be the answer? 430. 43 into 10 is 430, plus 2 is 432. In this way you go it. But in any case, you notice that this formula that I have written works. Now let's write that formula. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's write that formula in and let's see whether it works. So what is that I am supposed to say? Reverse is equal to, new value of reverse is equal to old value of reverse into 10 plus the digit that you are getting. As simple as that. So we have to repeat it until we get the whole thing. And after this, I'm going to just write a yes out. And I'm going to say reversed number is plus reverse. So I got the reverse number. And I'm going to say sum of digit, sum of, what is the thing here? Say sum of digit or sum of individual digits. Okay, sum of individual digits, okay, and plus sum. Let's run this and let's see whether we get the answer. So I'm going to just save it and I'm going to just run this whole thing. So I'm not going to put something bad here. So I'm going to just type 1 for reverse number. It's going to ask me to put a number 1, 2, 3, 4. If I press enter, and I will get the reverse number is 4321, as well as sum of this is, you know very well, is 10. So I get the first one. Let's go ahead and let's complete the second part. And what is the second part that they have asked for? So I'm going to just remove this spaces over here. Second part is you are supposed to generate the Fibonacci series. So in Fibonacci series, what is that you are supposed to do it? You know very well, in Fibonacci series starts with the two numbers 0 and 1. Next is sum of the previous two. So what is the sum of the previous two? Sum of the previous two is 0, 1, plus 1 is 1. Next time sum of these two. What is the sum of these two? 1 plus 1 is 2. Next time sum of these two. What is the sum of these two? 2 plus 1 is 3. Next time sum of these two. What is sum of these two? 3 plus 3 plus 2 is 5. So this way it goes. So in any case, whenever you are doing a Fibonacci series, you take the first element, that is the element of the series, second element of the series. These two are default. And then you generate the third one. So I'm going to say this is the first element of the Fibonacci, which is 0. And this will be the second element of the Fibonacci. This will be 1. And I am supposed to get the third element. How do I get the third element? Third element is nothing but sum of the first two elements. So sum of the first element and sum of the second element. So this is what I am supposed to do. But in this whole thing, what is important in this whole thing, these two elements must be known. So let me create three more variables and let me smash this particular problem. So let me go over here and you can write it in the same way. I'm going to just say int f1 is first element, you know very well, is 0. F2 second element of the Fibonacci series is 1. Third element you are supposed to calculate. So if they ask you that give me if n is 3, what is the meaning? You have to generate 3 Fibonacci element. If n is 10, you're supposed to generate a 10 Fibonacci element. So let's first go to the second choice. If your choice is 2, if this is your choice, then you are supposed to, what is that you are supposed to do it? You are supposed to generate Fibonacci series. So first of all, let's get that value of n. Remember, I got the value of n here before the switch. So it is there in the case. This case statement has that n, and this is not, this n is not automatically available to the case 2. Okay, so I have to generate that n. So let me say enter total number of elements. You can ask any other question also, but I'm going to get there. Again, I want it to come in the same line, so I'm going to say print. What's the difference? Print, you know very well. Print line means it will take you to the next line. You want it to take to the next line. Next one, I'm going to generate that n here. So how do I get n? Int in dot next int. That's all. How did I get this n here? Same thing. You can copy paste this onto the other. It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay. Let's go and let's generate it. Suppose if okay, n is equal to 1. If they ask you just for one element of the Fibonacci series, in that case, what you are going to do? You are going to say yes out. Okay, generate only the first element. Generate first element. Only first element. First element is the default element whose answer is already known. Okay, so if they say only one element, you just print 0 and keep quiet. Else, if they say n is equal to 2, that means I want two elements of the Fibonacci series. So what are you going to do? Yes out the two elements. Which are the two elements? First one is f1, and I'm concatenating here. And the second element is f2. So two elements they have asked. The first element is here, second element that they have asked. You look at here. First element and second element values are fixed. These two are fixed. Third element, if they ask, then we are supposed to do the calculation. Okay. So else if n is greater than or equal to 3, then you will have to generate it. So how do I generate it? Okay, you can use for loop. Okay, so for I is equal to 3, you are starting from the third element up to n element, up to n. So I is equal to 3 to n. So what is the meaning? If n is 3, then 3 to 3 is, if n is 4, from 3 to 4, if and so on so forth. Remember, you are starting from 3, that means you know the answer for the first two. So let me take this one. Remember, if you start from 3, what is the meaning of it? You know the element number 1. They are asking for suppose if n is 5, in that case, first element, second element, third element you have to calculate. How do you calculate the third element? You know very well. F3 is equal to F2, yeah, let's say F1 plus F2. Okay, how do we calculate? Just now I have told you. Okay, and what is that you are supposed to do? You are supposed to shift this number. F2 is now F1 is F2, and F2 is F3. So if you're getting confused, "Hey, what is this you are doing?" So let me answer that one. Okay, let me first write the series. So 0, first element, 1, second element, 1, third element, 2, fourth element, 3, and 5. So we know very well that first element is, this is F1. Initially, this is F1. This is F2. We know that. This is required. We are supposed to calculate this two. How do you calculate this two? You are supposed to get this F3. So how do you calculate F3? We know very well F3 is nothing but, not G, sorry. F3 is nothing but F1 plus F2. Yes, F1 plus F2. Now, how do you calculate this one? How do you calculate this one? This is the new F3. New F3 is nothing but, I can say F3 plus F2. So what I am doing is this which is here. So this which is here, F2, this pointer, I will point it to this location. This pointer, I will point it to this one. So F3 is the same, F1 plus F2. So when I say F3 is F1 plus F2, what will happen? 1 plus 1, which is going to become 3. Now, how do you calculate the next element? Again, this is also F3, yes, but it is a sum of the two elements which are behind. So how do you get this? Again, the same answer. First, I will take this F1, I will shift it to here. Okay, next, I will take F2 and I will shift it to this. So what is F1 is 1, F2 is this one, 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, and similarly you can go on doing it. So if you say, okay, how do you get this one? This is the new F3. So F3 is equal to F1 plus F2. But what is the condition? Condition is this, you have to take it. It was pointing here, make it point to this one. Okay, make this point to the next one. So when you make it a point to this one, what 2 plus 3 is? In other words, once you calculate F3, shift the F1 to the F2 position, okay, and shift the F2 to the F3 position so that you can calculate the next elements. So that same thing I'm doing. Once I do the calculation F3, I shift F1 is equal to F2 and F2 is equal to F3. This is how I'm going to do it. Let's see whether we are with only this much we are able to generate the answer. I'm going to remove some extra spaces over here. So let's run it and let's see it for ourselves whether we are able to get this. So I'm going to just go over here. My choice is 2 now because I want to generate the Fibonacci series. Let me say I want only one element. The answer is 0. Okay, let me, and you notice that, okay, this is not a great idea because it is just stopping the program. I'll come back to it. Run it again and let's see it for next time. My choice is again 2 because I want to generate Fibonacci series. Only 2 elements. Which are the 2 elements? 0 and 1. You get it. Okay. But if I type 3 here, it's not going to print anything. What's the reason? I am not printing anything. I'm just calculating it, but I'm not printing anything. So let me print it. That's really something that I really want. So let me print the value of F3 and then I'm going to put a comma. Now because I want it to come in the same line, I'm going to remove the print ln. You know what is I'm doing? I don't want the next line here. I don't want it to go to the next line. That is why I'm making it as print. If I want it to come in the next line, I can always go with the print line. So let me run it this time and let's see how is it going to work. So my choice is 2 now. 2 because I want to generate the Fibonacci series. Now I want to get the 3 elements. Press enter. what you notice? Oh, we just missed a comma here. It become 11. The comma should have come at this point. So let me do something over here. So what is that I am supposed to do it? I am supposed to put F3. This is a logical mistake. I will first put this comma and then F3. So you notice that in my output, if you look at my output over here, I think I got that output. It's still there. I should have put the comma first. My comma came last. This comma must come first. Then that number must be printed. So let me run it one more time. This time I'm going for to generate the Fibonacci series. The first choice is 2 and the second choice is 3. So let's see it. Okay. So you get this first element, you get this second element. 0 plus 1 is 1 itself. And you notice this is a bit annoying because it just prints something which is bad. So what I'm going to do is once I finish everything, once I go here, okay, I'm going to just put so this whole thing. I'm going to just put a yes out. You know what is yes out? It's going to generate a line break. Let me run it. So I'm doing it after I print everything. Finally, I just want one line break. Otherwise, it's going to this piece is going to come right in the middle, which I don't want to come. Let's run it and let's see how is that going to appear. So I want to generate Fibonacci series. That's it. I want 6 element. Am I getting it? Yes, of course. So this, you see this, these two are default elements. Then I calculate the next element. 0 and 1 is 1. Next I add these two, it is 2. Next I add these two, it is 3. And next I add these two, it is 5. I'm getting it. Okay, but the problem is this one is exiting the program. We are supposed to exit the program when what is the condition? Condition is when we press 3, the program has to exit, but this program exited already. So we are supposed to prevent the program from exiting. So that means we have to loop this program continuously again and again and again and again until somebody presses 3. So let's fix that problem now. So how do I fix this problem? The whole program that you wrote just now, the whole program has to be now what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to repeat it. Now you can put this thing inside or you can put it outside. It is better you put this whole thing inside because I want every time the sum and reverse to be reinitialized. But I don't want this particular object to be created again and again and again. So I'm going to just put this out. I'm just pulling it out, that's all. Reason for it is there's no point in recreating this object again and again. So I'm just putting it outside. Just put this one out. So what did I do? I just pulled it out. That's all. You know, how do you drag it? So you select it, click and drag it. It's going to come here. You select it, click and drag it. It's going to go to this one. You just put it there. Okay, so that I think when you do it, see to it that you don't drag a piece of it. You drag everything along with it. So that's it. I have done it. Now I'm going to repeat this whole thing. So how do you repeat this? Do you know that do I loop? So do the whole thing. So up to here, I think do okay while okay. Now you're going to get an error. Choice is not equal to 3. You're going to get an error. Okay. What's the error? Error is it just says that. See, you said choice. Where is that choice? Choice is, if you look at here, this choice is inside. Okay, so I'm going to just pull this choice out. These are all logical things that you're supposed to do it. Okay, just make it beautiful. Now, if you go down, it's not there. Why did that happen? I told you the scope of the variable. If you put it inside this, it is not going to get within the scope. So just get this two elements out and then put it over here. Again, what did I do? By the way, it was here. You know how to drag something. So you get it and just drag it out. As simple as that. It's not a rocket science. You just pull it out. So this thing isn't working. Let's try it and let's see for ourselves whether things are working. So we start with the first element. I want to get a reverse of a number. So do you have a choice? 5, 2, 3, 1. What's the reverse of it? Reverse of it is you know, 1, 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 5. Let's see. Also, sum of it you know very well. 5, 2 plus 3 is 5 again. So that's going to be 10 plus 1 is 11. But you notice that it's not exiting. It is still asking me one more choice. Okay, enter the choice. I'm going to say the choice is 2 now. What do I want to do now? I want to generate, say, 7 elements of the Fibonacci series. Am I getting 7 elements of the Fibonacci series? Yes. Now, what if I give you a choice of 5? Remember, I'm supposed to give only these things as my choice. 1, 2, 3, but I give 5 as my choice. What it says, okay? Please enter a valid number. This is not something that there is no choice for 5. Okay, so what if I write the choice as 3 itself? I'm exiting. Okay, that's all you need to do in this particular exercise. So this is what you're supposed to do. Hope you've understood the program. We will do this practical in the lab once you come back to the lab. Till then, take care and we will meet again in the lab.